Heels to Cleats. I'm your girl Shauna XOXO, and as you can see, I have a beautiful lady here tonight, and this is Chef Tave. Hi. So Chef Tave is going to be featured on the entire episode. She'll need to get her mic, but this is Chef Tave. You can just bring your mic up here so we can talk for you. So she'll be featured on the entire show tonight, telling us about amazing recipes, telling us about secrets that you guys can try at home, and most importantly, if you don't feel like cooking, if you are like me, if you're having an event and you just need amazing catering that's on time, that's not frozen and then dropped off for you to reheat, that's really good. Chef Tave's going to be doing all of those things. So, yeah, that's Chef Tave. And then, as you can see in the corner, we have our newest host of Heels to Cleats joining us tonight, the one and only Kea Football Barbie. How are you?
Hi. I'm doing so well. How are you guys?
We're good. We're so good. So, as you guys know, Kea is one of the most amazing top-rated women in women's flag football in the nation. So, who do you play?
Okay, so currently I play eights for the one and only Black Mambas, and I play running back, wide receiver, and linebacker.
Yes. All right. Kea, just so that people can get to know you again, if you had to compare yourself in your style of play to a football player today, who would that be and why?
I would definitely say my style is like Tyreek Hill because I am very fast and shifty, and I can beat you short with a screen, or I can go deep with a close corner, whatever it is. So I can get it done any way. So for sure, Tyreek Hill.
Nice, Tyreek Hill. If you guys don't know who that is, make sure you Google him. So that's lethal right there. All right, Football Barbie. They call you the Football Barbie. You're the newest host of Heels to Cleats. Tell the people why you were chosen and why you're the best fit, what you're bringing to the show.
So, yes, they do call me Football Barbie, and that is because outside of football, I am always in pink, always very dolled up. I play in my nails, lashes. I always have on accessories, and I believe that you don't have to change how you look to play any sport. So I carry that same swag on the football field, and it just sounds good. But to the show, I definitely bring a different perspective because I am from the DMV, so I bring some of like the East Coast swag and knowledge, to the game that you guys don't, get to see every day. So I'll be bringing some insight from the area, and even in other styles because I, do know a lot of people. So definitely bring in some insight and looking to stir things up a little bit.
Yes, and we're going to get to know you throughout the season, I'm sure. But last question, Kea, what's your favorite color? I'm just kind of betting on this one.
Pink.
Boogie, I'm on.
I knew it. I knew you're a pink girl. I like it. All right, awesome. Well, we have Chef Tave here. We're going to go into our hot topics, but Chef Tave is also going to be our third co-host for the day. So we're going to talk, and we're going to get a chef's perspective on some of the things that we're talking about. But right before we do that, we are going to go, our first hot topic is just talking about congratulating all the women in the Carolina tournament. So basically, Chef Tave, a lot of tournaments going on. Some women just went to the regionals in Charlotte, North Carolina. Awesome. And the winners are now second seeds for nationals, which is a big deal. So we're going to start with the first one. And 5 versus 5 Pro. Congratulations to So Flow Crew. And Kea, who took comp for 5 versus 5 women?
5 versus 5 comp, that was Magnum. So congrats to you guys. They're based out of the DMV as well. So shout out to you guys.
Whoop, whoop. 5 versus 5 Co-Ed Pro. Congratulations to the Lady Supreme.
Nice. Congrats, Lady Supreme. And 5-on-5 co-ed comp went to Lights Out. So congrats to Nate and the girls from Lights Out.
Which was really interesting. We talked about this. Lights Out is the top team. They're usually in the pro category, but they won comp in 2 categories. So that was really interesting for us to see them do that. I wonder why. What do you think, Hugh?
I'm not sure either. I'm very surprised to see them in the comp division as well, because a lot of their girls are top in the pro, but maybe because they might not have had enough guys. That's what maybe I would assume, that they had limited guys. So maybe they took their girls and then just maybe added 2 or 3 guys, so they decided to play comp.
That's a good one. We'll have to ask that question. 8 versus 8 co-ed pro. Congratulations to Coming to Get Ya.
And it also looks like Lights Out won the comp division for 8-on-8 pro as well. So congrats again to Lights Out.
Congrats to Lights Out. All right, so we're going to move on to something a lot of people that haven't been talking about. A lot of people haven't been talking about this a lot lately. The NBA Finals were won by the Bucks. I know. What did you think about that, Chef?
It was a good game. It was a good game. It was a good game. I know a lot of people at my job was very excited. You know, they were talking about it on the internet. All day. But I want to say congratulations to everybody who played last night.
Yes.
Try to
And I know
speak
here
here in the
earlier
mic.
we were talking about a perspective. Chris Paul, a lot of people were rooting for him.
For sure. I personally was rooting for Chris Paul. And don't get me wrong, I do like Giannis. I think he's great. But Chris Paul has just been playing for so long, and he doesn't have a ring. So I was, rooting for him. And it's interesting because, coming out of the West, there were a lot of injuries. Golden State was down, Lakers. So, you don't know if this was like his last chance to win. Hopefully not. But it seemed like this year was, would have been a really good opportunity for him to win, definitely with them being up 2-0. So they were up 2-0 and then did not win. So, hopefully they can get it back, because I do want Chris Paul to get a ring before retiring.
Yeah,
for sure.
hopefully he'll get one. It's up 2 and then to still lose, that's got to be so hurtful. And one fact that came up, Phil actually shared this fact. Did you know that the Bucks co-owner is actually a Black woman?
No.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Did you know that, Kia?
Women doing it.
No, I did not.
I didn't know that either. So, that's really special. Okay. Awesome. And then, so, next topic we're talking about, Chef Kate, is, everybody's talking about track and field, which is so interesting because it's like people don't pay attention to track and field until the Olympics, it seems like.
Very correct.
A lot of people are talking about Sha'Carri Richardson. But nobody is talking about Alex Felix. She is a woman who has the most medals of any Olympian, male or female. She's known for her 200-meter sprint. She didn't make it to the Tokyo Olympics this year for the 200 meters, but she did make it for the 400, which is so interesting because that's something that she actually transitioned into. But she's been in the Olympics since 2003. And then Kiana, we were talking about, she had a baby and Nike took away about 70% of her sponsorship, and now she is rocking her own brand. Is that right, Kia?
Yes, that is correct. And most of you guys don't know because I'm new, but I have a track and field background. So I do keep up with that. And Allison is very special to the track world. She was definitely one of the first that went pro, right after school. So it was very interesting when Nike decided to negotiate a contract by, a decrease of 70%. So I was very happy to see that she is now rocking her own brand. She is going to the Olympics and she made it in the open 400. And she's also, now a mother. So I very much so like Allison because she is a mother and she represents women in sports. And she is also paying for childcare for the moms in the Olympics this year. And I think that is so dope.
Wow. So
For sure. I think that is dope.
Is paying for childcare for women in the Olympics. She's a mom.
I did see that. For every mom that is in the Olympics, she is going to sponsor their child. I thought that was awesome.
That's amazing.
She got to talk in the mic.
So you do not have to
Yeah,
worry
I
about
can't
your
hear.
child while you're doing your thing in the Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's definitely, you know, representing for women, all women really, because all women reproduce babies. And I think that, you know what, I'm gonna say it, it's kind of shame on Nike for, I don't know, kind of like scolding a woman for reproducing life. And for the executives in that office, you know, you guys all have mothers, they had to reproduce you, and it's not cool to set a woman back in her career because she actually reproduced a life. So
I agree. And I agree for sure. And I feel like I also relate to Allison because she had a complicated pregnancy, and most people don't know, but she had her child at 32 weeks. And as you guys know, I'm currently pregnant and dealing with HG, which is like a severe sickness. So it's like to see her have a child early, push through. She had blood, a lot of like high blood pressure, had, you know, just a lot of complications. And to come back and still make the Olympics is really dope.
That's so dope. That's amazing. And right now we're going to roll into one of the things that Kea says that she brings to the show, of the many things that she brings to the show, that is an insight on the DC Eli League. So Kea is going to talk to us about the spring season, give us a little bit of information on each team and how each team ranked.
Sure. Okay, so DC Eli's the league from the DMV. This spring, the Black Mambas won. We won. Shout out to us. But we played elite in the championship. But most people only hear about those two teams. But before going into the championship, you have Bad Girls, that was third, followed by Capital Punishment, followed by Dream Catchers, which are teams that are very competitive outside of the DMV. So the three teams that everybody should be on the watch for going into this fall. And then we also have some new teams that are looking to stir things up as well. Black Mamba's former defensive coach and Dreamcatcher's former offensive coach have now created their own team. They are called the Savage Sisters, and they're looking to come out this fall. So they were a team that could possibly, you know, bring something to the table. Matt has now merged with Dreamcatcher, so that's another big deal. They'll be looking to do some things this fall. And then also there is a new team called DMV Heat that broke off from the Dominators. So we have a lot of interesting things going on this fall, and I can't wait to give you guys insight when games start.
I'm excited. So, Kea, with all those new teams, especially with you guys' defensive coordinator merging with a great team's offensive coordinator, Black Mama's getting a little scared over there. I'm just asking.
So we just take every game, one game at a time, and we do not underestimate anybody, honestly, because we will play a team and go into overtime because we just, you know, aren't taking teams serious. So we have learned the hard way to play everybody like it's Championship Sunday. And if we do that and execute, then we should be fine, for sure.
Yes, that's exciting. All right. Thank you so much for that recap from the football Barbie herself. Now we're going to turn to preparing today and how you guys can make these things at home or order her to come out and make them for you. Chef Tave, you get your microphone close to you and take it away. All right, so Chef Tave is, she's got a few things set up here. Now, at first I was like, oh, that's such a cute bouquet of flowers, right? You know, like your man would bring you. But she's like, no, let me show you how this works and what you do with these.
So tonight we're going to make a honey garlic bourbon salmon. Okay, and it's very easy to make. So let's say if you're on the go, you want to make hubby or Mr. Man a nice, simple, easy meal. It's nice, easy, literally 4 ingredients, and you're good to go. So here I have my 2 pieces of salmon, and what I did to make it. Okay, so you guys, what I did, and it's really, really, really easy.
The salmon looks really good. I know you guys can't see it too great, but it is amazing, and it just looks so mouth-watering, like something that you just pick up and literally already ready to go. It's amazing.
So to make which we call is the honey garlic glaze, you're going to need, of course, a mixing bowl. but you're going to need crushed red pepper for a little spice, to spice it up just a little bit. See, I like my food spicy, so you can either do 1 teaspoon, but since I'm cooking for other people, I'm not gonna do a tablespoon like I normally do. So we're gonna make it a little mild today. We're gonna make it a little mild. So we're just gonna put a little of it in here. Just a little bit, not too much. And then of course, we need our honey. So you can do 2 tablespoons of honey, depending on how sweet you like it. I like mine a little sweet. So I am actually gonna do 2 tablespoons and a half of honey and put it in there. I wish I could see like the bowl, but
This looks
I'll
really
try to
good,
show
you
it
guys.
off.
Because who would ever think crushed pepper and honey? That's right and left, right?
man,
It
and
looks
wait
delicious.
till you try it, Shauna. You gonna love it. So then of course, you need your garlic. Let me wash my spoon up.
Garlic is in everything. Most people do. People love garlic, so to see this combination of extreme hot, extreme sweet with a middle ground garlic, I'm excited to see what you guys do this.
Yes. And so with the garlic, if you are a garlic lover like I am, you can put 1 teaspoon, excuse me. But some people don't like too much garlic, so you can do a half. We're gonna put a little bit much, a little bit more. A little bit.
Garlic lovers.
A little bit. I'm a garlic lover, she can't tell. So I'm gonna put a little bit in there. And then this is one of my favorite, I don't know if you guys can see it, it's the Chinese braising sauce. And when you put this in your mix, you only need very little because it's very, very strong. So if you put way too much in it, it's going to wipe out the whole sweetness of the sauce of what you're trying to do. So with this, honestly, you need 1, 2, 3 little dabs, or a little 4, and that's it.
You guys, that was literally a tiny dab. I know y'all couldn't see it, but it was like the tiniest dab. So don't put too much.
Don't put too much in. Now, I'm gonna show y'all something I normally don't tell everybody, but this is going to be what you're gonna use as far as to help you with making the glaze. So it's called garlic parmesan and basil butter. And what you do is you actually melt 2 tablespoons of it and you put it in your mix, and you mix it up. That's it.
Nice.
That's it. That's it.
Nice.
So when you do that and you do your mixing, that's how, Shauna. Oh, it looks so good. You get this.
Seriously, I love snow crabs, and it smells like
Just like this.
oh my god, it smells everything. Seriously, I'm hungry, so you better get your balls.
So it's really, when I promise you, like, it's so easy. And then you can put it in the refrigerator. And so if you want to put it on chicken, if you want to put it on anything else, you'll have it in there.
You guys rewind this show to see how to make this.
I got you. Now, you don't have to season your salmon, but I'm very big on seasoning. So what I did is I put extra seasonings on my salmon outside of the glaze, okay? So what I did was, I'm gonna show you, I can't tell nobody what I show y'all, okay? Okay? All right? So, garlic powder,
Okay.
garlic onion, okay? My favorite, smoked paprika. Smoked paprika is very good with presentations, and it's also very good with flavoring.
Okay.
Okay? And then also, you can't forget your honey garlic. You gotta put some honey garlic on what you're doing.
Honey garlic rub. Y'all, this is not the Great Value brand.
It's not, it's the
Everything
real
is, like,
deal.
high
Holyfield.
quality.
It's the real deal Holyfield, okay? I made sure I bought the name brand stuff today, okay? All right? The name brand.
Garlic. Kia, do you have honey garlic rub on your cabinets?
No, but that is
You can
definitely
get it at
something
Publix,
that I'm
you
gonna
can get it
look
at
into.
Target, you can get it at Walmart, you can get it at Kroger, and then of course you cannot forget the maple bourbon.
You teaching me all this stuff. These two things I'm gonna go get.
You cannot.
I got my
Okay,
cabinet
when I
either.
say this will save your life, it will save your life, okay? So you put all that stuff together, and you put it on your salmon, and of course, parsley, okay? And then when you put it on the grill, or if you decide you wanted to put it in the oven, you can either do either way. If you put it on the oven, put it in the oven for 350, and only put it in the oven for 25 minutes. Okay? But if you're going to put it on the grill, you need to only put it on the grill for probably 15 minutes because you do not want to burn it. Okay?
Okay.
Salmon is easily burned on the grill.
Easily burned on the grill, you guys. So if you have any questions,
Need to know
you can
that.
rewind this. You know, you can Chef Tave, where can they reach you?
They can do chef_Tave. You can go on my website, which is cheftaveatl.com. You can go on Facebook. You can DM me, bat signal, all that. I answer everything.
Nice. So Chef Tave is
Nice.
gonna put this on the grill for us. We do have a camera outside, y'all, on the grill. So we're gonna be checking in with her in literally 2 seconds while she takes this outside and put it on the grill. In the meantime, while she's doing that, our host Kea is going to introduce our guest host for our next segment. We are talking about WFFN. Woo.
Yes, the WFFN League. This was the first league, the first year of the league. It was very interesting. So we are going to have Coach Duece, who is a huge advocate for women's football, come on. He's from New York. He actually has his own AFFL team. I got the pleasure of actually watching them play in New York, and we want to bring him on because he's very knowledgeable about the women's game and the rules. So we would like to know, his opinion and how things played out when it comes to WFFN. So, hello, Coach Duece.
Welcome, Coach Duece.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's
Coach
the
Duece,
first.
Go
It.
right
You
into
heard?
our first.
Can
We
you hear me?
Go ahead. We can hear you.
Yes. What I was saying is, it's the first year and the last year. Because Norman just got on camera the other day and told the world that there's no more WFFN for
That's
next year
absolutely
at all.
Oh. Okay. Now, do you think that is because, and let's just be honest about it, I saw a list that you posted and I thought, wow. But then I saw how many women who are part of that league that liked that list, that agreed with the list. So I definitely want to talk about the list and what's on it. But just a blatant question from what you just said, do you think that this person went on and said there's not going to be a league for next season and this season was the first and the last season because they just want to end it, or because of the product that they produce, they're not going to have a season because people are not going to jump on board again?
You know what it is? He thought that these girls wasn't gonna ask for a cash prize. He thought he could make 30,000-40,000 profit every season without giving out a cash prize. Like, come on. Of course, we expect him to make some type of profit. You know what I'm saying? But if teams is paying $5,750 to join, it have to be a cash prize. It have to be a cash prize. It be leagues. It's leagues out here that you pay $1,000 and they're giving away a cash prize. But $5,750 with no cash prize. You know what I don't like about him? He didn't come through with his word. He promised T-shirts. Wasn't no T-shirt, championship T-shirts. He promised uniforms. It wasn't no uniforms. He promised professional refs that would know the rules. They didn't know the rules. He promised fields that it would be like 5 stars level. He ain't come through with that. To me, he scammed the whole tournament just to make quick money real quick.
Wow. So each team paid
They're still on?
$5,000?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, $5,750 to join, and not on top of that, they gotta pay their own flights. They gotta pay for their own rooms. They gotta pay for their own food. Then they gotta rent a car. They pay for their own gas. All that for no cash prize. My team next month, if we get selected, we will have a chance to play for $200,000. You know what I'm saying? The AFLL is dope. I don't understand why people would not join that, but join the WFFN, and it's the same rules too. Both leagues are the same rules, but one league is a scam and another league is not.
Ooh, that's a strong word. Okay, that's how you feel. All right. As a man, though.
Now it's the truth. Yeah.
As a man, when I look at the women's league and how we are women, we are new potentially, right? Essentially to football. And even when I thought about the Atlanta Women's League, right?
Yes.
We don't have one female coach. We have one female owner. That's Coach Donnie of the Atlanta Storm. But we don't have one female coach in our league. And then when I think about the tournaments and things that are going on around the country, it's usually ran by a lot of men. In this case, this particular organization was also ran by a man. What are your thoughts on that? Because sometimes I think about, you know what? When I think about 8-man, I think, a man would never try men like this. Do you think that they're doing it because it's women? Like,
Now, see, I'm not a sexist, so I don't think it got to do nothing with men and women. Women's flag football needs somebody that's going to be honest. It doesn't matter if it's going to be a woman or it's going to be a man, because both sexes could be not honest. You know what I'm saying? And dishonest. So they need somebody that's going to be 100% honest with them. And don't promise nothing that you cannot give. All year, Norman was telling these ladies, yeah, it's going to be a cash prize. It's going to be a cash prize. But he's not telling what's the cash prize. How much is it? 10,000? Is it 20,000? And every week he has an excuse. I was telling people out there, watch by the end of the year, he won't have no money. And look at what happened. The champions, not only they didn't have money, they didn't even have no championship t-shirt or even trophies. They got rings, but them rings is fake. Man, them rings is like $20, $15. Come on. That shit gonna make your hand turn green soon.
okay.
So do you think the idea of the league was, do you think that it was a good idea, or do you feel like it's something that never should have happened, or like what do you think would be the solution, in the future? Because I have seen a lot of people say it was great competition in the league, but again, there was just no cash prize and a lot of empty promises. So do you think that this is something that could potentially in the future?
It depends who take over, It all depends who take over. And he was trying to make extra money on film too, try to sell people highlights. I don't understand that. And he was stopping people from going live because he wanted to sell his videos, That's crazy to me, When your family is at the game but they cannot go live. He was really stopping people from going live. And
Right.
with your question though, like I said, it got to be somebody honest. I'll tell you this. If you gave me $5,750, it would be a cash prize. It would be uniforms. It would be dope fills, But I don't think, you know what it is? Norman is probably a nice man, right? Let's say he's a nice man, right? Because a lot of people tell me he's a nice man. But being a nice man and running a business is two different things. Definitely a flag business, It's two totally different things. Just because you're a nice man doesn't mean you know what you're doing when it comes to running a tournament, or flag football.
Wow. So I heard that we learned allegedly that 3 teams backed out of the finals because initially the finals were supposed to be in Key. You can confirm this. Originally the finals were supposed to be in Puerto Rico, and then they got changed suddenly to California. And then 3 weeks before the championship, they were changed to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Is that valid?
See? Yes, you're right. You know why? Because, like, a guy from Norman, right? To run a business like this, I believe you need your own money before you grab the team's money. And you cannot run a tournament like this unless you have sponsors. If you have no sponsors, it's too hard to run a tournament like this, Because because you know the sponsor going to help you with the fills and probably pay for the reps and all that. Then you know what I'm saying. Then it's easy to give out cash prize, you know.
Right.
But Norman was trying to grab the players' money and invest of the players' money, you know, which I don't think is a good idea, because you're going to end up with nothing doing that, you know.
Right.
All that Puerto Rico and California, that was a lie so people could join, you know.
Wow. So just to kind of recap so we can wrap this up. So you're saying all of these teams, approximately how many teams do you think joined this league?
It's supposed to be 12, but three dropped out in the beginning. So he was trying to get 69,000 right off the back. If you calculate it, he was trying to get $69,000.
12 teams, over $5,000 each team. They were promised uniforms, championship T-shirts, good quality fields, quality referees, and you're saying none of this came to fruition. They got fake rings, and basically the league and the women in flag football definitely needs to stand up against things like this, in your words, scams, so that this will not happen again to us and women in the flag football world, period.
Yeah, that's a fact. 1,000% fact. Straight scam, you know, and that's why he quit. That's why he quit, because he know finesse, he can't do nothing about it, you know. But if you look at his interview, he got 1,000 excuses. He said that all the sponsors that promised him that was coming never came through. Like, I don't understand that, you know. You cannot tell nobody you got sponsors when you don't, you know, because if you got sponsors, it got to be some type of paperwork, you know, going on.
No, I understand.
So, yeah, he lied. He scammed.
Thank you so much for being blatant and organic and coming on to, I want to say, stand up for women in flag football. Because,
no doubt.
Thank you so much. Wow. So, Kea, we're going to go on to our next
That's my main goal, though. No doubt. No doubt. Listen, thanks for having me. Like, thanks for having me, you know, and my main goal is to see women flag football grow, you know. That's my main goal. So, thanks again for having me, you know. To the next time,
Thank you so much.
Shauna.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. All right. Peace.
Peace. All right, you guys. So we just heard from Duece. And wow, Kea, that was a lot.
That was a lot. But, you know, you have to have somebody that will keep it real and honest, because I believe that Duece was saying a lot of things that the women were thinking, but nobody wanted to say. You know, like, you don't want to say these things and then look like, oh, you're a hater because you lost, or, oh, that's not right because you didn't play. But, you know, he is outside looking in. He didn't have a team. He wasn't traveling. He didn't lose his money. So I think it is necessary to have somebody that will be transparent for the women, for sure.
Neutral party.
That was a lot.
I'm glad we got a chance to talk to him. And just kind of
Me too. He definitely cleared the air.
Yeah, wow. All right, cool. So right now, Kea, what we're going to do is we're going to take it back to Chef Tave, where she's actually gone outside and she's put some salmon on the grill. So we're going to be coming outside to visit Chef Tave at the actual grill, where she is making everything live. So we're going to switch cameras and head out there for a second and just kind of get to know a little bit more about her while she's actually on the grill. So you guys, we're going to follow her right outside. And Kea, I just feel bad that you're not here to taste it, because that sauce that she whipped up alone was like amazing.
It looks so great. And then she likes spicy. I like spicy. So I'm like, when I come to Atlanta, I'm going to have to get with Chef Tave so that way I can try this salmon and make it happen. It looks so great already. Make sure that you go follow her on Instagram, and that way you can see some of her other recipes and also rewatch this video so that way you can see how she makes it salmon. She mentioned that it was a quick meal, and it seems like something that you could do without a lot of time. So definitely make sure you rewatch the live so that way you can see how to make this salmon.
Butter on the grill so it can be moist, and and it does not stick. And then as I'm flipping it, I'm coating it with the honey garlic. So I actually was raised by a single mom, so she always worked a lot. And so being that she worked a lot, she wasn't able to be at home to cook. So, and my mom, she could cook, but she, mama, she did what she could. So I started watching the Food Network, and I started to find a passion to cook, and I'm very artsy. And so one day when I was 9, I started making concoctions in the kitchen and having my cousins try it. And then I loved seeing the look on my family's face when they tried my food. And so from there, I just started developing a passion, and then I took it from there.
Nice. So once you started experimenting, your cousins are tasting your food, it's the passion. How did you come into your specialty? Like where did the specialty come from?
So my specialty came from, I went to New Orleans, right? And I fell in love with New Orleans food. I fell in love with Cajun, I fell in love with the people, I fell in love with the vibe. But I also love Southern cooking as well. So I was like, well, how can I bring Cajun cooking and Southern cooking and entwine it into two? And so that's when I came with Chef Tave with a twist. So it's Southern cooking with Cajun cooking mixed with a twist. So you get a little spicy and get a little Southern cooking all in one.
I like it. I'm just going to come over here to the grill, really close to Chef Tave, just to kind of see what she's doing one more time before we walk inside. And, whoa, it looks delicious, you guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So the way is going to bring this inside, and once she comes inside, we're going to be able to see exactly what's going on and taste something. So we'll see you inside, Chef Tave, all right? Yes, awesome. We'll see Chef Tave inside, you guys. Also 8 men contact. So let's talk about the Division A teams, 8 women that are going to be coming for this tournament. We have APOC. Right now, the 3-time AWFFL champions, Bama. Bama is a strong competitor that has been winning AWFFL for a while, but this season they actually lost to APOC in the championship, so there's definitely a rematch that's going to be tough right there. Black Mambas, DC's one and only team. Basically, Black Mambas is a team from DC that is just, they're number 1 in the world right now, y'all. It's one of those things. Kea is your team.
Exactly. And I'm not going to be biased, but, no, it should be a really good tournament because I know that Bama would like to play us again. There was some controversy at Nationals. They're a great team. We did beat them, but there was a lot of calls on both sides, that were very controversial. So I know they're looking forward to playing us again. And then APOC, we've actually only played them once, and that was, 2 Nationals ago. And I'm quite sure they're looking forward to playing us again as well. So it's gonna be very, very interesting. We have some people that will not be there, but I'm sure the girls will still take care of business.
All right, we're going to see. And who are the rest of the teams in the A Division, Kea, that are going to be facing the Black Mambas?
So we have the IYKYK, which I am not familiar with them.
They are new. That is one of the things I was kind of talking to you about earlier today. That is a new team that is derived from a lot of the Atlanta Lady Tigers. And that stands for, if you know, you know.
You know. I'm looking forward to seeing them for sure. Definitely because they're playing A. I think that is very bold and them making a statement to come out and play A. So I do respect that a lot. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. And then we also have the Lady Tigers, which is also, a great team. And them, now losing some players to this new team. It's going to be interesting to see how, if they add new players or how they rebound from that. And then we also have the Stallions. So it seems like it is going to be some great competition all weekend.
It definitely is. And then we're going to move to B Division. First team is AOA. Looks like a sorority or fraternity signal to me, but they're a new team and excited to see them play. Who's next, Kia?
Yeah, I'm not sure about them either. Then we also have Arsenal, which is a team I'm not familiar with. So we'll get to see what they can do.
Yeah, Arsenal's a really
Then
good
we
team from here.
have. Oh, okay. So then we have the Ladies of New Era. I am looking forward to seeing them. They are, for sure, they're the only team that I recognize in the B division, but I'm looking forward to seeing them. I know that they kind of had a lot of girls that play with Lady Rangers, and they were a solid team, so I want to see what they can do.
Nice. I'm excited that you were able to give that feedback because I was not familiar with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're a
Warriors.
solid team.
AOA. Looks like a sorority or fraternity signal to me, but they're a new team and excited to see them play. Who's next, Kia?
Yeah, I'm not sure about them either. Then we also have Arsenal, which is a team I'm not familiar with. So we'll get to see what they can do.
Yeah, Arsenal's a really
Then
good
we
team from here.
have. Oh, okay. So then we have the Ladies of New Era. I am looking forward to seeing them. They are, for sure, they're the only team that I recognize in the B division, but I'm looking forward to seeing them. I know that they kind of had a lot of girls that play with Lady Rangers, and they were a solid team, so I want to see what they can do.
Nice. I'm excited that you were able to give that feedback because I was not familiar with them.
Yeah,
We have the Lady
they're a
Warriors.
solid team. And
That's
we
awesome.
have NTB Wolfpack. Are you familiar with them? I'm not really
NTB
familiar.
Wolfpack is really cool. They are like the little sisters to Bama Fire.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we've seen them all
And then we
season.
also have the Rebels. And lastly, we have Storm. So it seems like it's going to be a good weekend in the A and the B division.
Yeah, B division
I like
women
it.
can go anyway. And 8-man contact. This is very new to see this style in a tournament here in Atlanta. And here to announce the 8-man contact teams that are actually going to be playing, we have one of the representatives from the league. And then we're also going to talk about the future of the 8-man league. We've heard different things. Will there be a season? Will there not? Let's talk to Phil about that. Phil's going to join us up here with Chef Tave, and he's going to be up here for the rest of the show with us, and he's going to be tasting. But first, he's going to tell us about 8-man and which teams are going to be in this brawl for it all. Because when it comes to 8-man, if you've never seen 8-man, it's going to be a real brawl. Hey, Phil! Hey, right there on that mic.
Hey, so
Let's talk about it. Who's in?
so we got in so far from what I see. We got Paid in Full is a new team. Georgia Smoke, which is basically Gorilla Gang and Wolfpack. They combined.
Okay.
So that's new. We got Beast with it. Vet Team, Patriots, Atlanta Outcasts, Gladiators, Phantoms. I do not know who that is. Outsiders. Get with it. 404 Outlaws, Predators, New Jack City, Georgia Showstoppers. I don't know them. YB4L and DSUB.
Nice. So, just to put you on the spot, who are the two teams that are going to be in the championship? Y'all, I put him on the spot. Just know, he didn't know I was going to ask him that. But we want to know.
I say probably New Jack and YB4L.
New Jack. All right, New Jack and YB4Ls. Let's see it. So let's talk about the 8-man league. So allegedly, people are concerned that, your fans are ready to see you guys play, but they haven't heard about a field or a location.
Well, there's not a field location yet. We have two in mind that we're really going back and forth with, so hopefully by the end of August we'll have something solidified for sure. But it's kind of rough. 8-man dug himself a hole over the last couple of years, and it's hard to get out of it.
Okay, so let's dig into that hole a little bit. We talked about this in season 1 of the podcast. We're in season 3 of the podcast. 8-man has some people in 8-man that are just, you got bad lemons in that bag. Why not throw them out the bag and let the bag carry on with everybody else? Why are people scared to throw them out? What's wrong?
No, I think, honestly, I think everybody's grown up. You have a mixture of things, a mixture of people. old and young. So I think everybody's growing up to the point they get more mature and understanding what it is. So we haven't had too many issues in the last couple of years, a couple of seasons, but the static that we've catching is from years past. So I mean, in my opinion, it's gradually getting better. Of course, you have one or two issues, but they're very minor.
Okay. So
Very
basically, 8-Man has matured.
Yeah.
You guys will definitely have a season this year.
Yeah.
That was a slow yeah, but okay, we're gonna take that. We're gonna take that, and that's the tournament. Are all those teams expected to play in the league this year?
Yeah, all those yes. Probably have a little more, but all those teams for sure. Except, I think there's one or two teams from out of town. I'm not sure, but of course they will not be there. But all the Atlanta teams you see up there will also be in the league. Plus 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 more.
So, is this tournament gonna basically tell us what the league championship will look like?
No. You know, this right here, you have just a couple of games. In the season, you have 10 games to get right, and then it really comes down to the playoffs. You got a lot of teams turn up in playoffs. Shockwave is not in it for one. They're not in this tournament, but they're in the league. They're normally a tournament team, and they cause upsets, and they've gotten upset before. YB's probably their normal team that's in there. So no, I don't think this tournament is not going to dictate how the league's going to go.
Awesome. Well, Phil, I hope you hang out with us while we throw it back to Chef Tave. She's going to show us what she whipped up. We're going to get a chance to taste it and see if we're going to make those same faces that her cousins make. So Phil's going to come back up here and taste it too. So Chef Tave, what have we got here?
So we got some sides, which is garlic mashed potatoes, and I did some sauteed spinach to go with it. So what I'm getting ready to do is plate everything. And what helps make your plating very pretty is your microgreens. I don't know if you've seen these at restaurants, but it makes your plating look very pretty. And of course, the beauty flowers, which is fresh dill. So I am going to show you guys how I do my thing when it comes to plating. And of course, ladies first, so Shauna's gonna eat first.
Thank you. I think I gotta. Okay, I like that. Like, Kea, I wish you were here. It looks so nice. She has.
I know.
the
I'm
garlic
looking like
potatoes.
I want some.
Oh my gosh! And Kea, you guys, she just said she's pregnant, so it would be so cool that she'd be eating for two. I love eating.
No worries. I'm gonna go back and rewatch the video so that way I can try to recreate the dish. It looks so good.
She's gonna go back and recreate the dish, so it's gonna be really cool. And you gotta tell us how that goes, Kea. We're gonna definitely come back to the little next shot. And
Yes, I'll
while
take
she
pictures
plates,
and tag her.
yes,
No, for sure.
yes,
Yeah.
that would be so great. So while she plates that, it looks so delicious. She's got the garlic mashed potatoes, the drops of honey on each side, all of the creative decor and everything like that. But while she plates that, Kea, we'll definitely let you run through the tournaments and what's going on with those.
Yeah, and really quickly, I did want to say it's very interesting that you guys are just really starting to do 8-man contact over the last few years, because that is actually very popular in the DMV. Like every year at nationals, for the most part, you can expect the 8-man team in the championship, similar to how it is with a woman. So to hear that it's like a newer thing down there, it's interesting how the demographics play a part in, you know, the different styles. Like when you guys have 19 teams and the 8 women, we only have maybe 10, but in the men, we have 4 different leagues with, you know, over 50 8-man teams. Like it's very interesting to see. You know, that just being newer for you guys. But okay, anyway, back to these.
And let me just
tournaments.
correct that for
I
2
mean,
seconds. 8-men is not new for Atlanta. It's been around for a very long time. It's new to see it in a tournament because, like Phil was saying, you know, in the previous years, you have people who necessarily don't know how to act. and it
Oh,
caused,
okay.
yeah.
Causes problems. Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, hopefully we can get in the future some of our 8-man teams to travel more to the South for tournaments, because it is rare to hear, like, of all the teams that we have, I didn't hear him mention anybody, that was like East Coast or that I was familiar with. So hopefully, in the future, we can get some more of our teams down there to play in you guys' 8-man tournaments. It'll be definitely
Yes.
something that I mentioned to Rick, because my coach is the quarterback for AU. Who
Yes,
won,
I saw AU play at
this
Nationals
past
this year.
Nationals.
Fast. It was entertaining.
Yeah. Okay, so coming up though, we have of course, first is the Brawl for It All, which I'm sure you will be at. Then we have the Philly Bowl, August 14th, which I will be at. So I will be sure to give you insight from that tournament. That should be a pretty good one. I know we have Lynn Lewis in October, which is a great women's tournament. It's almost like mini nationals. You can expect to see teams from everywhere, East Coast, from Texas, from the West Coast. There's a lot of great teams that play in that tournament. And then I know most of the leagues should be opening up in September. I know tentatively our date is September 12th. And when is it that you guys open up? Is it around
September
the same time?
11th and 12th.
Okay, so you have a 2-day. Oh yes, so we'll be around, opening up the set around the time, which will be exciting.
Yeah, will be exciting. Opening up the same weekend. So 2 opening weekends. That's going to be a big show to announce all the winners from that weekend, opening weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And after that, you have the Virginia State Showdown, which will be like 2 weeks later. So teams can get a chance to open up, tweak a few things, and then get ready for a tournament. So that's great that they'll have a game or two, to play before going into a tournament. I know that then after that, there's like a Halloween Havoc, which I'm assuming will be in October. And then, we also have Vegas coming up in August. That should be a really big tournament as well. If you play like the 5s and 7s, it's a big tournament that'll have some nice cash prizes as well.
Yes, Vegas is going to be great. And then we also have the $200,000 tournament that's going to take place in this August, weekend of the 26th through the 28th in Houston, Texas. So, the money is definitely in 5s and 7s. So, all right, Chef
For
Tave.
sure.
Looks like you have these amazing plates. And I'm going to scoot this one over so the camera can see these plates really good. Tell us what's on these plates. Oh my.
I'm excited for you to taste.
I am too. Do you see the decor? It's so pretty. It's like I don't want to touch it.
Alright, so we're gonna taste it live. So tell me what's on top. I see the honey. Yes, so you have the honey, you have the garlic mashed potatoes, you have the honey garlic bourbon salmon, and then you have your microgreens with a little bit of veal, not too much, and then you have your salty spinach on the side.
This looks amazing. And this dish, how long have you been making this particular dish?
I've been making that for honestly, Jesus, a year.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
I ain't looking to see your face.
Oh. The flavor. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. This is like wipe you up material. Like, oh, this is so good. It's so many flavors in one that all combine. And then it's the crisp of the salmon right off the grill, but it's not dry. It's moist. Yes, and then the honey. Who knew honey would be so good in this? Wow.
And the butter helps the salmon not be dry when you put it on the grill. Or you can do a tablespoon of olive oil as well, and then it would help you as well.
It looks so good.
Here, when I tell you, do you see the spinach? And you can still see the leaves and the stem. What seasoning is on that spinach?
So I did some of the garlic, the butter, a little garlic, a little garlic garlic onion powder, excuse me, and a little bit of the scent seasoning, and that's it.
This is delicious.
That's
I
it.
cannot believe
That's it.
these flavors mix so well. I feel like that guy, food guy. You guys, if you need to rewind this episode 5 times, whatever it takes, this food is so good. The seasoning, and remember her cook times because it's cooked to perfection. And I am a foodie, so I am picky about food. We will bring Phil back up here so that he can taste the second plate.
Phil, you ready?
Oh my gosh. Come on up here, Phil. We have Phil from the Men's League 8 minutes. Taste the second plate.
Take some spinach. Take some spinach and some mashed potatoes. We'll put yours right here on the side.
This is absolutely delicious. Yeah. When you make yours, you gotta call, you gotta tag so that we can all see it.
I know. I'm gonna tag her, and I'm definitely gonna repost this recipe so that way all my followers and everybody else can try it too.
Yes, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be so good. Yeah.
Like mashed potatoes.
That's pretty good.
Phil's tasting them one at a time. These flavors are serious, y'all. The flavor combination is serious. You know, most people just put a little salt and pepper.
Spinach is good. I see that he's baby stepping, so I got the approval from the spinach, the mashed potatoes.
Oh, you see,
I
don't eat everything.
You eat everything else.
Eat everything. Yes, it is delicious. So Phil doesn't eat salmon, y'all, but this is absolutely delicious. We're gonna have some people in the studio. Audience says that our producer Duane, you know, he's gonna be very, 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 very honest about everything. But I'm telling you, this food is amazing. So, Chef Tave, we are gonna let you close it out. Again, we want you to let everybody know how they can contact you, what they can contact you for as far as services, and yeah, I'll let you take it away while I take this away.
While you eat. Go ahead. You can actually, I do baby showers, I do weddings, I do business events, football events. If you have small events at your house, you can book me on my website. You can DM me. I have my business number on there. I do big parties. I do small parties. I do parties of 2 or 1. So no big or small. I don't turn down anything.
How far in advance should people book you for things like Valentine's Day? You know what I mean? Like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. How do you prepare like a bunch of Valentine's Day events after this? Because I'm telling y'all, Valentine's Day is going to get you some coupons. I'm not playing.
Listen, do you
Some
try?
coupons all the time.
No.
Listen,
Does she travel?
So if you want me to come to your house and set up, I do that. If you want me to set up, I do bottles of champagne. I do the whole reservoir, serenade, all that, depending on what the mood is. So whatever. And normally when people book, they do time slots. So I always try to ask people first come, first serve. So a lot of people, when they do Valentine's Day nights, are really popular. So I always say try to first come, first serve.
And Kia wants to know, do you travel? Yes. Okay, how far? She said yes. Kia, she said yes.
Yes.
Yes, how far?
How far?
Tell her wherever she needs me.
Listen, if the price is right, I'm there. She got an agent right here. We're going to drop that contract. We're going to put it up front. We need a per diem, per day. We got this. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to Hills to Creek. I'm your girl, Shauna XO Kea.
Hey guys, thanks so much for having me. I am really excited to be here. And I can't wait to see you guys in a few weeks.
We can't wait to see you too. All right, y'all. This is Chef Tave. Make sure you contact her. And good night. Thank you for tuning in. Hills to Cleats. Bye.
See you.